Hello there. I just want to do a quick video on fiberglass RVs. Now the fiberglass is very difficult to get shiny, and pretty much wherever I go in my RV, you know, people are very quick to notice that the fiberglass is shiny. Now there's a way to do it, and it's not really that easy. You have to use a lot of elbow grease. Now there's different products on the market, and they claim that you could actually restore your fiberglass. Now if you go to, like, say for instance, car shows, there's usually a guy there with an oxidized hood, and he's rubbing a little spot, and he'll say, see, look, this is all oxidized, and the hood is oxidized, and he'll rub a little spot with a product and say, you know, now it's shiny. But the problem with those products is they're not good for fiberglass. They're good for metal. And I show you. I've tried a bunch of these. Like this, let's say this for instance here, it says, let's see if we can focus on this. Okay, well, we'll go back this way. Let's see. Well, at any rate, I think right here you might be able to see it. It says it's good for fiberglass. Well, this won't do anything for your fiberglass at all. It works for metal, but not fiberglass. And there's probably about at least 20 or more YouTube videos talking about what they do is they get like a vinyl floor wax, and they coat the fiberglass with vinyl floor wax, and they claim it makes it shiny. Well, I don't think that's a good idea, you know, to coat your fiberglass. Now, I've never actually seen the finished product with that. Now, like I said, there's a lot of things you can do, and from what I've found out, I mean, heavily oxidized fiberglass, the only thing that I found is this stuff here. It's called Master Formula Cleaner Gloss. Now this is the only stuff that I've found that will actually take off the heavily oxidized fiberglass. Now when you see an older RV, you know, I don't think I've ever recall seeing an older RV that's fiberglass that isn't oxidized. They're always oxidized. Okay, now this stuff here, Master Formula Cleaner Gloss, if you use this on your oxidized fiberglass, it'll take the oxidation off. Now you rub it on and you rub it off. Now, will you get any streaks? Well, yeah, you're gonna get some streaks. And, well, how do you get the streaks out? Well, the next time you wax it, the next time you wash it, you get a more and more streaks out of it. And it's gonna take a while. And it's gonna take a lot of elbow grease. Now, well, once you apply this, then you're gonna need to put some wax. Oh, now this stuff is not cheap. It's $22 a bottle, but it's the only stuff I've found. Now you might have found something else, I don't know, but it's the only stuff that'll actually take the heavy oxidation off of fiberglass. There's a lot of things you can do to take oxidation off of metal. So you're going to need to put some wax on it. And even though you got some streaks, you're going to have to put some wax. Now this place, Master Formula, now I don't work for them or anything like that, but they do make car wax also. But it's also $22. So I've looked around for something that has a different, alternative that's not quite as expensive. And this is the stuff I use here. It's called New Finish, and it's about $8 to $10, and it's a pretty good sized bottle. And you can use this to put a coat of wax on it. Again, you put it on wet and you wipe it off. You don't let it dry on there unless you've completely got all your streaks out and you've got all your oxidation off your fiberglass. And for metal, same thing. You can use the cleaner gloss, and it'll work a lot faster than the fiberglass. And then put this on there. And then once you done a few sessions, I guess you call, and you wash it, and then you take the cleaner gloss and use the cleaner gloss on it, and you get more and more streaks out of it. And then you put this car wax on here, and then the New Finish, and then eventually you're going to have a shiny RV. Now there's another thing. Now some people might want to use a buffer. Now if you use a buffer, you're gonna get a lot of it's gonna dig in somehow, and then you're gonna get like a lot of swirl marks. Now I know there's some people that say that they have this cream or this stuff that they can apply that'll be like a swirl remover. Personally, I'm not a believer in buffers. I just do it by hand. About a couple weeks ago, I saw a beautiful RV. It was a Winnebago Travato, and somebody had used a buffer on it, and boy, they just ruined it. I mean, it was a shame to see all those swirl marks. So my personal advice is, don't use a buffer. Just do it by hand. And there's some people that say you can avoid streaks if you hold the towel a certain way. Again, you're just going to get some streaks, but you'll get them out. Eventually you apply your cleaner gloss, and you wipe it off before it's dry, and then you put your wax on there, and then after you've done it, it's like a two-step. Now I think that's about it. Now there's some people that say they have a three-step method. Well, if you've ever waxed an RV, it's a lot of surface. It's probably equal to maybe 3 cars or 4 cars, and I don't think that you're going to last through 3 steps. 2 steps is enough for me. And even though I don't get it completely done the next time, I mean, I don't get it perfect, but each time you do it, and like a couple months later, you wash it, you put the cleaner gloss on, you wipe it off, and then you put the wax on, it's going to get better and better, and eventually you're going to have totally streak-free and totally shiny, and people will just marvel at it. Now it's true. They'll come up and say, "Wow, this thing is so shiny," But now the other thing is, please, if you got a fiberglass RV, don't paint it. I mean, that's going to really ruin it. I think even as heavily oxidized as this RV was when I bought it. It's a 1986 model, and I bought it years ago, and it was totally oxidized. I think there's a possibility that no one ever waxed it, and it was rough. It was probably about the worst that you could get as far as oxidation on fiberglass. And I worked at it and eventually got it to where, you know, there's no it's shiny. So that's the thing, you know, don't put any vinyl floor wax on your RV. That's not for fiberglass. And don't paint it. Don't use a buffer. Just use this. It works. I mean, this stuff works. Cleaner gloss right there. And then eventually you're gonna put some wax on it, and that's it. This stuff here. Well, I recommend this. You can use probably just about any wax, but this stuff works for me. This new finish, and that's it. That's all I wanted to say. You know, just get out there, and it's a project, and it's going to take some while. It's going to take a lot of elbow grease, but you'll get it. And that's all I wanted to say. And thanks for watching.